And of course, that demands a correct understanding of the Christ who existed from the moment of the Big Bang, and Christ is simply our placeholder name for this coherence, this amalgam of matter and spirit, that God decided to show God's self, and that is everything your eyes have ever seen since the moment of your birth. The entire visible universe is the manifestation of God. And the hard part of that, of course, is how do we include suffering and death and tragedy and evil in that? And that's why that part of the mystery, at least in Christian parlance, had to become visible, the tragic event that we visualize in the cross. So if God can say yes to it, it was supposed to give us somehow some strange ability to say yes to what normally the rational mind cannot say yes to. Then just last year, we had our conference on ecumenism, and we used as that phrase that was my better-known book in earlier years, everything belongs. No one needs to be scapegoated or excluded. Now, that might feel to many of you like it doesn't deserve its own, theme. But when we see that not just the Christian religion, but in each in their own way, I would say all of the world religions, and because they reflected the tribal level of consciousness in which they were born, but are largely known at this period of history as defined by exclusion. We know what we're not. We know who we're against. We know who does not belong. But almost to the degree you know that, you don't know the opposite. You don't know what you really stand for, who you really are. And God, by any fitting description, has to include everything. What else would God be? I call him in several of my books the great allower. And some days when I see the evening news or what's happening to this country, I just say, I don't think I could allow that much if I were God. I would have stopped it a long time ago. Who is this God who allows? But again, if God is a verb more than a noun, maybe in the process itself, as Michael mentioned, there is something that generates the movement forward. And I'm going to be talking about that. Cynthia, who teaches in our school, teaches about it even better. So everything belongs, no exceptions. No one needs to be scapegoated or excluded.